or two ago, and if you guys want me, if you guys want me like ask me anything on this live or like after the live, because the archive will still be like there. If you like catch me, I kind of need to like turn down the audio a little bit because like I mean it still feels to like to now. I'm gonna turn it like it's very loud. So it don't spam my bitch up mission. Now if you may ask me why is it like gay, it's because when I saw like trilogy, like when I like search for a manana, because I was not pretty sure that law is that good, but it wasn't very like hold up, if you here, right? Can see
You having fun over there?
the trilogy modified camera because it didn't look like that. Like for example, in
Okay,
the
okay, we make deal.
like it looks something like that. And I'm talking about that part when he ran with the bazooka explosion effect. Now this video is gonna be like we'll have like three parts. So one will be like GTA 3 differences there. So like this is still a main question because I like pre-ordered it because I wanted it like so much. Like the moment I saw it, I was like, man, I gotta get this. I gotta have this. Like it looks so good. And the thing is that the trilogy, like GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas, I like them like more than GTA 5. But the thing is that the controls are kind of bad. Like for example, when I bought the trilogy for the first time, I wasn't like experienced with like accelerator, like X and brake, and now I have some weapons in it. So I saw first that the bat, I think the bat is now like from metal instead of like wood. But I think that GTA 3 was the single one which had a wooden bat. I think the rest of them had like a metal one. But I need this perennial to like break the glass. Oh, come on. See, that's what I'm talking about. And the vehicle controls, it takes a while to like get used to them because like the good thing about because it's like very hard to get used to because
What are you doing? Giving
graphics.
birth?
Well, see that controls are besides that pretty good, but the handling is weird too because I saw it cars usually understeer a lot. That was just weird.
Right away.
And because of that, and because of like in my opinion, the game looked very crisp instead of textures. In my opinion, it kind of looked, but don't take my word on it. It kind because this is like
I'm gonna get you.
because I'm like a little hyped. It's like coming in my time. It's coming in 18 days. So the textures, like the graphics, sometimes from what I saw, they were like sometimes better than GTA 5. But the thing is that people don't like that characters are cartoony, but that's because they shouldn't be mad though because the original GTA, like GTA trilogy, right? It was originally cartoon, like it looks cartoonish now too, because that was the art style. So
Hey,
they
get
basically
off him around
they
here.
basically like
You ever been
keep
down
the
south?
PlayStation 2 atmosphere because basically that's how like the cars like everything was originally supposed to be like car- slightly cartoonish. Like it's not that cartoonish. Like actually,
Lemon Steve.
I loved how the graphics looked. Like for example, imagine driving at night in the game, right? And you go to like let's say you're at night on a rainy weather, just like in the actually. And another thing they said is like smoothing the map. So you know how it's like, for example, here you see how it's like a little bit blocking that curve, right? Well, that would be smooth now. Something like that mod on HD4 called Vice City 2, because that mod had like the map of Vice City, but it wasn't like the ported map, so it was like smoother. Something like that you should expect. Like, if I'm not wrong, besides that they would change like camera angles to like how the camera looks because this is like trilogy camera and because you wouldn't move it, things like that on top of the car.
Where's my damn
Like
food?
yeah, you can like oh, and I actually like how in the original trilogy when you like turn,
I'm gonna get your
you
ass
see
over.
from the inside of the car. That's like a very nice touch that I love. Actually, and I think they will bring back the this type of camera, because look at it. Like it gives that 2D vibe. Like to me, the new GTA, like GTA 3, and especially like in GTA 3, the night in GTA 3 reminded me of like remind me of GTA 2, like how it was. Where did the car disappear? Or anyway, like it gave me that GTA 2 vibe. What the fuck? Oh, I have like a slightly drift, like I have like my console, like not the console, but the controller slightly drifts. So I think I'm gonna keep it like this for a while because I kind of like it because it's like the GTA 1, GTA 2.
Get off the road!
But I don't know if they like brought it back for GTA Vice City without. Did they
I don't do
bring that
nothing!
because I think they replaced it with a cinematic camera in Vice City and San Andreas because like before I pre-ordered them, like I played every one of them and I kind of rated that Vice City
Esta
more
de
because
minchia!
I was trying to
Ehi, fuori dalla mia macchina!
like
Venga, fatti fuori!
stay to the domestic. You saw how like said stuff like was rain in GTA 3 is because the rain in GTA 3. Besides that, it doesn't like alter the map that much. Besides that, it's like barely visible. Also, I want to tell something. You know how like in PC we have like extra details, like there's like a huge water tower over there. Like those were added only for the PC version. I think the Xbox version too. But the Xbox version is different than the PC, so I can like because I saw him on PC. I mean, so I don't have
Run away, yo!
the original Xbox, so I can't like verify if the like
You want a good time?
yeah.
Come with daddy.
Like you see how it looks now. It's like nighttime. It looks more blocky. Like that's the same like percentage
Hell
of
no, see?
the game. Like actually the thing that I saw about the original definitive edition, not just the original but the definitive edition, the new one in some screenshots is that they redo like the outside of the car,
Oh
but
my god, what if you need? I got
like
anything
from
you
what
need.
I saw, the inside of the car is like still low resolution.
Watch it get hot!
I mean, let me like reload the save. You'll see why. You'll see why I'll reload it because that guy crashed into me and I wanted the car to be like intact. So also, I think I saw like an Easter egg in GTA 5. It's like only for Trevor. It's like Trevor's garage on the trailer parking. And one thing that when you park a car, that garage has the same angle as the original trilogy, like the angle of the camera when you like park a car. Also, you can like see like road textures are not that bad. Like textures in the game in general, if you look from far, are not that bad. But once you go like hold up, this was no this school I never saw this before. Cause I never hanged out around the fire station, but the the windows actually have like no it's not like a reflection. Now I see. Um, it seems like there's an unfinished interior inside because if you look closely, you can see that you can see like the walls. Like they tried to do some see-through glass, maybe like another garage or a secret garage. But if you look, you can see the walls, but the floor is like missing, so you can only see the blue void. saw how it looked like the definitive edition of Vice City had like more palm trees. Uh, well, that's untrue because that the there where there weren't palm trees like the original picture, there are palm trees in like the Vice City there as well. Like I like especially I went to check so to see if the my Fury like yesterday like I was super excited man so I was like let's say YouTube and I was just like chilling there watching on my phone then I suddenly get this notification where it said like the GTA 3 Remastered there was there was there were two there were like Rockstar Games one and then there was like from a guy that I actually like watching. I think his name is like his YouTube channel is like Narson and Co. Something like that. And because I watched him because he had like the Alpha GTA Alpha playthrough of the game. But so I was there so I closed the phone, opened the console really quick, like open the PS4 like the I have like another two consoles besides like the PlayStation 4. I have like an Xbox and a PlayStation 2, which I will do like a showcase of PlayStation 2. Sadly, it only stays there because I try to like mod it. It's my fault on short because I was trying to mod it to like let me burn CDs with games on like burn games on CDs and them to like work right. And I saw like this exploit like it was something like where you had to like take a USB stick, install put something on the USB stick and ISO, and then put it in the console. It should work or something. No, it was you need to like not to put it on a USB stick, but to like burn it on the CD, right? And I did that. Like I searched for like software to burn the CD. Um, like burn it on the CD. I downloaded the file. I burned it on the I burned the ISO on the DVD. I used like DVRs. I think it was DVR Plus. I think or DVR Four, something like that. Now I think that's a little bit of problem. Well, that was like a little bit of problem when well, by the way, that guy I talked about earlier, what is what is his name? Like after he uploaded this, like after the live ends, this gets like on YouTube, like the archive. I'll go edit it and put his a link to his channel. It's like he's a pretty cool guy. I saw that he does like a lot of like GTA videos, and from what I saw, it's like very good at modding. You know, like for example,
Come on,
he did
man.
like a thing where he like modded GTA Vice City in a way that it looks like Vice City stories. Anyway, I'll put his link, and I think he also does like covers for like music from the game because if you don't know, most of the music in GTA 3 is like made specially for like GTA 3. Like all the music is not coming from somewhere else; it's coming from GTA 3 because Rockstar wanted to do that. So now, so it would be like copyright free. So, for example, radio, I think. Um, that radio, it has like every song on that radio, I think it's not like copyrighted. Oh shit. Damn, and then yeah. Also, a thing that I saw in the definitive edition that I liked very much from what I saw, it's like a thing where, like, besides the everything like that looks modern, you know, um, the explosions and the like, for example, there was one like
How'd you
video,
get light?
you know, like from the trailer, right, where CJ rides with a bike through. It was like in the mission Outrider where you have like from San Piero, and when though that thing exploded in the mission, I saw that the reflections reacted to the explosions, and the explosion was reflected. For example, there was like a building. You can like see clearly if you pause it at the right time that the building, the glass of on the building reflected the explosion perfectly. Like you can see the when like when there's like the
Open your freaking
orange
eyes, kiddo!
fireball of like the explosion. You can see like that orange fireball reflected into like the glass. A single thing that I found weird is that the reflections, the glass reflections on the plane in that 5C shot, like everything looked okay. Like everything looked like, for example, the the Vice City screenshot, that thing, like where there was a plane that blew my mind, especially how the water looked. And I don't know if you guys know, but the funny thing is that um if I'm not wrong, the people that make the remaster, or they're like put like do the remaster on mobile, there are Grove Street Games, which is like War Drum Studios, which made that broken GTA San Andreas port, which was like the mobile ports ported on PS3 and Xbox. Like, funny enough, I'm gonna tell you, really, like for real, the first first experience I had with GTA San Andreas, like with actually any old GTA, was on the PS3 back in like 2015 or 2016 or something like that, before I got PS4. Um, it was like a broken version on PS3, and I actually liked it. And the thing is that when I moved to like the PlayStation 4 version, or like you can call it the PlayStation 2 version because it's like the same one. Like, to be honest, I could have like do like GTA San Andreas on PC, but I liked the GTA San Andreas more, like GTA San Andreas 1 more, because like PS2, because I kind of liked the effects that like the graphics had, because the graphics didn't look like as the same, like the same as like PC or an Xbox or like PlayStation 3. Like, till now, before the trilogy gameplay was released, I thought that the PlayStation 2 version of all the games was the best one. But then, um, when I saw the trailer for the first time, I couldn't like believe it. Like, when it started, that shot with CJ, um, in that mission in the desert, didn't look like damaged me. Like I got a little bit amazed by the bushes, but it wasn't like that magnificent for me for a second. But after that, I saw the shot of Liberty City, and then after that, the more you looked inside the trailer, it. Oh fuck! I just realized that I talked to myself for like most of the time because I had like I usually keep the mic like I'm like speaking on headphones like the hey dude. So I just realized that that I was speaking to myself for a while now because I used like I use the microphone on my headphones to like talk on like lives and gameplay in general, and when I don't do anything I usually like raise the like mic up. Like this isn't like any like gaming, they aren't like gaming headphones and something. They're like just regular headphones because I have like gaming headphones on the PC. I think I have like some Scorpion ones. I have the Scorpion ones, like they have like neons and stuff. Like not neons, but like they have like lights and shit. Like I can like watch from here to my desk and I see the fucking lights of the headphones just like switch colors. Anyway, and the mic has a thing where you can like raise and like lower the mic, like not the like sound of the mic, but the way that the mic stays. Because let's say if you want to them to like play with them like they are regular headphones, it will get quite uncomfortable to like keep the freaking like microphone close to your mouth. So you just like raise the thing. Like I think that the GTA, I have like a few theories why the GTA trilogy remastered was made in Unreal Engine. So there are a few ones. So the first one is that they basically can like do more with Unreal. Like first thing that is actually true is that the engine, besides that, it don't have like rights to it. Besides that, there's like outdated, so they can do like something. The second one is that they can do like in the Rage engine, because the new version of Rage engine is like used for like hard coding missions, and on the Rage engine the missions are pretty linear on most of the times. And on the original trilogy on the original trilogy on Renderware, the the missions were like a little bit more free. Like you can like do it in more ways to like complete the mission, you know.
What the
I
dealio,
can
champ?
make more ways to complete the mission. And because of that they couldn't do like in Rage, because that would mean that they would have like make the missions more linear, but it wouldn't work, to be honest, because that's what GTA like it's known about, besides like the birth of the open world genre, like the action open world. Besides that, it was like pretty known for like the freedom you can like the freedom you had while doing missions. Like for example, you can do anything. If you want to like take down a chopper, for example, you can like do anything from using a minigun to like pop that shit out of the sky from like using rocket launchers and even flying the planes in one of other. Like you can like do so much in a mission. Like for example, if you looked at that guy Kevin, you know, I think I have like a video with the one the you post it cringe, you're gonna lose subscriber one with San Andreas that actually grew my channel in a way. Um, the thing is that it also like I don't know what to say, but hold up, where's my car? Um, if you look like for example, he used like something I think it was like a boat or something like that, you know, and he basically like took the vehicle. Like I don't think it was a boat, but it was like a vehicle. Like he took the vehicle or something like that, and if I'm not wrong, he like positioned somehow like the thing in a way to like strike the helicopter, and he like went with the vehicle, crashed into the other thing, and that thing flew in the helicopter, like crashed it down, and basically allowed him to like get to like the next part of the mission. And it was like very awesome. I'm not gonna lie. Like Kevin, if you see this, that was awesome, dude. It was like in his John Wick, like is John Wick like gameplay, not game, fucking um. Anyway, I like in his gameplay, and also sorry if I'm like sounding weird, but I'm like too hyped to like think of anything. Actually, look at this. Look at this. You see his trees, right? Pre 2D. They, they, they're not even like solid. You can like go right through them. Well, the GTA Trilogy Master has like realistic trees, and I think those trees have like also they're like solid like the other games like GTA San Andreas. But I hope that you know how like GTA San Andreas you had like stuff where like the some parts of the environment in San Andreas were like destructible, like trees and rocks even. Like it was very cool, and I think they will bring that back. But I saw something in the trailer, you know, that reminded me a little bit of GTA 5. So, um, you know how, like, in that San Andreas part, you saw, like, CJ, like, go, oh yeah, and you saw how, like, the trees change in the background, you know? Um, besides that, those trees looked a lot more detailed, like, you could see, like, stuff like, um, remains of broken branches and stuff like that, and those weren't like in original San Andreas or any of the trilogy. The thing is that besides that, it has like remastered cars. Like the single thing, like single asset that I think is like non-remastered is like that like the truck from that scene with Phil Cassidy where the truck blows up, because I paused it and the truck like textures look like the original trilogy, but besides that everything would look new. If you like look to at the GTA 3, like if you look at the GTA 3, like it went like this, right, and it switched to like the remastered version. If you put them like if you like pause the video while the like switch go is like at half of like the screen, you can see how much the game has changed. Like I'm very happy for like after I watched the trailer, I had to like not in just that, but when I watched the original teaser. I saw the original teaser. Like I didn't know what was happening, right? Like I saw the original teaser because I was looking for like news about remaster, And I looked at the teaser back when it like was shown like a week or 2 weeks ago, right? I looked at it and I wouldn't believe it. Like I had to like access to see if the channel was true because there are a lot of like channels named Rockstar Games with like their logo and stuff, but they post like fake trailers. Anyway, they basically, how can I say, they basically nailed the games. Like, I don't care if they're like minimum things that are like bad, but if the rest goes great, because I actually think that the trailer, I think the trailer, they were making the trailer for like a few a few months now, because they they can't like make a game like 1 month, like they're like, it's not even a single game. It's like the all of them, like all the entire trilogy. And the thing is that on consoles, especially on the PS4, we have like the original versions, which is like the PlayStation 2 versions of the trilogy, which is which runs exactly and looks exactly as the PlayStation 2 version. And the problem with like it running like the PlayStation 2 version is that all the problems from PlayStation 2, they're like in this version too, because it's basically a port. And the thing is that I play on PlayStation 4, right? Because I actually have like next gen console, but like the Xbox Series S, but I use that only for like Xbox exclusive, like let's say Forza Horizon, right? Basically, I like play the majority of games on PS4. Like the majority of games that I have are like on PS4, you know. And the thing is that I think that, for example, there was a screenshot of Claude like walking the night, and I saw that it was like a little bit reflective. But then I looked at Saints Row, which is made on Unreal Engine 2, and like they looked like it had like the shine that Claude had in that screenshot too. But I kind of like that because that means that the remastered version will be like the Saints Row the Third remastered, which I have like on PC because they had like free on Epic Games around the announcement of Saints Row, like the reboot. And anyway, I actually like how they did the characters, because the characters remain the same, right? But they like smooth the, like, it's the same characters, right? But with like upscale textures and like more polygons. Like if you look at Salvatore, like Salvatore is like the most, like the one you can see like differences the most. Like Salvatore, that man, that man turned from like usual video game villain to like fucking Yoda. Like that's how smooth he was. Like the fucking the smoothness of his like his like head. I was like about to go like cut G and slap the fucking TV. Alright, so I took this Idaho because I want to say something. So there was a Idaho in the trailer, right? In that scene with Joey and Misty, which was like a cutscene. So there were some differences that I saw like between the remaster and the like fucking normal car, right? So the first thing I saw is that the besides that they are more reflective and that the textures are better, the rims, like the tires and rims, um, I saw all the cars, but they looked more round instead of like looking blocky because the cars were remade. So besides that, they also have like individual number plates, which you can like see. Like I think the game because it now has number plates has like actually the game the original trilogy had something for number plates, something similar to GTA 5, but because the textures were low resolution, you couldn't really see the numbers. Like you could see like the difference the most in San Andreas, but in San Andreas the number plates in cutscenes, for example, if you look at that cutscene with from the mission Woozy Moo, because that's where that cutscene from San Andreas was with CJ going, oh yeah. Anyway, if you look at the cutscene before it like transfers to like the definitive edition version, you can see that basically the number plate on the original version on the original trilogy, the number plate was there, but the texture wasn't there. So the number plate was just like a, how can I say it? It was just like a white box, like without texture. And also on that version, on the original trilogy, you could see that the the car had more polygons, and that's where I want to touch on the Idaho. For example, in the Joey cutscene, the door, especially on the like the corner, like one of the corners, the upper corners of the door. Um, I think the left one, not the left. No. How can I say? Because I'm not that good at giving directions, so I'm not that good at directions. But the one that's closer to like the B pillar of the car, no, like the B pillar is like the is like where on a car we have like a pillar like that one where it like separates the windows. That's called like the B pillar. But the B pillar in this case is like between the door and the other small window behind the B pillar. So the door, like in the upper corner at the B pillar, um, it was round. And if you look at the Idaho, like at the Idaho here, the it's like a corner. So like the Idaho had like a circular. Also, I want to touch something on the Banshee. Now, like now I want to say that this was the exact Banshee, like the exact color in like the screenshot. But from what I saw, the Banshee was the like a better version, like textures, everything was better. But from what I saw, the model of the Banshee was actually the San Andreas one. It was like a upscaled version of the San Andreas one, and not the original Banshee because you could see that at the like headlights, they were like a little bit into the car. Then here, where they're like they feel like a texture on the car. Like in that one, and in San Andreas, the how can I say? But the like headlights were a little bit pushed inside the car. Than here, where it just looks like a texture placed on the car. Like, for example, I'm sorry to ruin your immersion, but you see how like cars like in GTA, the original trilogy, have like headlights and stuff. Uh, like in GTA 3, it's because in GTA 3 the the bumps where it's like the taillights and headlights, they're like part of the model before you put like textures. So basically the headlights and taillights, they are basically textures put on that modeled vehicle, and they're like basically, how can I say this? They're like basically given, every car has a code in it that shows where the tail lights and headlights, like where they are supposed to like appear, like they're sprites. You know how here, for example, the taillights and the headlights, you see how there's like this like sprite that looks like they were, that makes them look like they are opened up. So if you go here, if you look closely, those sprites are created by some blocks that are put on the textures of the headlights, and that's how like they get away with like the headlights. But for some reason, those blocks, they're like only on the headlights and they are not on the, actually they're on the tail lights too if you look closely. I didn't saw them till now, but I think those boxes, besides that, assure you that you can see like the sprite and immerse you in their worlds. They can like have like the radius. They can like also, I think, show the radius for like the lights of the car. And now I want to go to like the police station because I saw something that's like a huge improvement on the police cars, you know? And I'm sorry if I sound a little bit like I'm shaking, but um, here where I live, it's like cold as fuck, and because of that, it's like very, very cold, and the like central console that, like, the people that provide like gas and other stuff like that. Um. Oh, I thought like the lights behind like the actual main police bars. You see, when I opened them up, I thought that light was um. I thought it was exclusive to like the definitive edition, but a thing that I saw is that on the LCPD, you see that let me get out to make it look so you can see it better. You see the badge with the police department. On the remastered edition, on the definitive edition, from a screenshot, I saw that instead of this GTA 3 LCPD like badge, they used the GTA 4 one. And like the GTA 4 one, the single difference is that the color on the GTA 3 one is like some kind of like purple, you know? While on GTA 4 it's like blue. And it has like a very little purple that, but it's like re-intended for other stuff. And they used the GTA 4 one. And to be honest, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not mad. I actually like that, and that means that we can expect that like GTA San Andreas will also have like badge, for example, like the police badges from like GTA 5. But I don't think uh, if correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't remember like the GTA 5 like the Los Santos badges to like be on the cop car. And also I want like details like this, you know how you see how um the trail of blood, and when it rains you can like do something where the blood like slowly washes away because it's like washed by the rain. Anyway, you can see how like you see how the reflections on the now on the definitive edition, those boxes that I told you about will be totally gone because the lights wouldn't work like this, like they work like actual GTA 4 and 5 lights. Like for example, let me explain you something. This is like 2001 in in the game, and the year the game originally released. That was like 20 years ago, and you can say that the definitive edition is basically the same games, but if the PlayStation 2 console wouldn't like like the memory of the console wouldn't like restrict them, like it will be basically how can I say, it will be basically like the original trilogy, but it will be better and look better and feel better than whatever the fuck we got like in 2001. Like this game is legendary. I loved it. I love it right like how it is like right now too, and especially how San Andreas looks. Like I love the way that San Andreas looks on the PS2. But the thing is that this game, because they are very old, um because they are like very old, right? They are basically, how can I say this, outdated. They're like outdated, so hold up. I wanted to see if the slowness from that pill like went away. Like if I'm not wrong, they will also include stuff from GTA 5. Like I think I read it on the news wire when yesterday, because I wanted to like pre-order it yesterday, but then I think a little bit more. And then I talked with my parents, and they were like, we can't like. They said like basically you can like pre-order it, but you can like wish anything till Christmas. And to be honest, I don't wish anything till Christmas. Wanna know why? Because this game will be so good that I think that like I won't need anything else till Christmas. Trust me, man. Anyway, so like basically the game is like the same on the PS2 as the PS2 in this version, right? Including like textures, rendering, uh, stuff like from the PlayStation 2 era, you know. So But the thing is that, especially with Liberty City, um, I like how they didn't. Well, hold on a second. Is that like gun? I liked how in GTA 3, um, like I saw, for example, I saw like this Uzi, like not the Uzi, I think it's like the Mac 10. Um, I saw it like that. It got like the textures of the guns and the guns themselves. They've been remodeled too. And I don't know what y'all think about it, but I kinda like Tommy Vercetti. And a funny thing about the new Tommy Vercetti character. So I was like on Twitter. I won't give my Twitter because I want to like be a secret. Because um, let's say that I hang around people like on Twitter that, let's say, they don't appreciate minors on the platform. But I just chill there because they're like pretty chill, not gonna lie. And I just do that because I fear of blocking me. So this dude this dude was like a funny meme that I saw. So basically, you know how is the that meme like with the stickman where he was still that will never be in like something, and then the other panels like the thing becoming that they thought that it would never happen, and he's just like spits the cereal. So there's like every motherfucker um thought that, like after they saw Tommy Vercetti, like the fucking, like, to be honest, I'm straight, I'm straight as, you know, but there were some motherfuckers that did like some, let's say, suspicious memes with like the new Tommy Vercetti. Like for example, there was one quote on the on Twitter on like the trailer, not I think the trailer, but it was like the look, I wanted to drive by that guy to like give me money. They didn't give me, son of a bitch. I like how I think that I hope that will go, it will bring back into like GTA 3. It's like dismemberment, like gore, like because you saw that they they start to like be able to get away with it. For example, in Red Dead Redemption, like in GTA from, I think that from San Andreas, like in GTA 3, you were able to like blow into individual parts of like a person, right? With like a sniper or like a gun that was like very strong. And but thing that I saw is that after that, I think that San Andreas and after San Andreas and Vice City, there wasn't any gore anymore in the game. Like GTA 4 and GTA 5 and the other ones didn't have like gore. Like they had blood, but didn't have like the same style of like gore and gory stuff that like GTA 3 and the original trilogy had. And like uh, like the last game to have gore in the series, I think it's like Vice City Stories, because Vice City Stories is like on the same engine as like GTA 3, so it has like some features like from GTA 3, and I hope that they will keep stuff like the chainsaw weapon and stuff, because without them some missions will be like unplayable. For example, spoilers. Actually, no spoilers because the games are like 20, 20 to like maximum 18 years old, 17 years old, right? Like minimum 17 years old, like San Andreas, I think. Um, the thing is that there is a mission given by Juan Cortez, um, that tells you to like go and kill this guy with a chainsaw, right? And he tries to like run away from you, and I think that if he like gets out of the house, you can like chase him, or he'll like jump in a car and you can chase him there, or the police will start chasing you. And the thing is that besides that, you have to kill the guy. You also have to kill like their their bodyguard, like his bodyguard, because no, I'm not talking about like the film, but I wanna like discuss something with y'all. Like you guys saw like how at the plane scene in GTA Vice City, like how the water looked like, Mm, the single thing I didn't like about that scene is that the reflections of on the windows of the cars, they weren't the same as the other vehicles in the game. Like actually that scene with the plane could actually uh make us see also how the dead dodo looks like, because that was like a do I think that was a dodo, but it was a skimmer, which is basically a dodo, but you can land it on water. Like it's a dodo with like those aero fucking, like those water planes, you know? Like they have like those special things where they have like there's where they store the tires like of the plane, because the tires aren't retractable, so they stay like that. And the thing is that if you landed on water, you won't like go to the bottom of the ocean. And the thing is that with new handling, people will have to find new ways to like drive the dead dodo, because the dead dodo, it took a long while to like, I think like in the old days it took a while to like people to learn how to like make the dodo fly, you know. But also a thing that I liked a lot was the lightning in inside of the inside like of the houses. The fuck you doing? Shut the fuck up. Anyway, like you see how they try to like simulate God rays inside of like um what the fuck was this guy's name? God damn it. Um Leone. Like in Leone's house. You see how they like tried to like simulate God rays, because the graphics at the time wouldn't let them. So even if it was like night, the God rays would still be here, and it wouldn't make sense. But I think they in the definitive edition they removed the God rays. And actually, there was a scene that happened exactly here, and the thing is that you couldn't see like the God rays, which it was like a good thing. But also, a thing that I saw is that the lightning in the game, like every time I saw like the trailer, every time I rewatched the trailer, wanna know what like it reminded me of? It reminded me of those trailers made by that guy named back in the 80s. It reminded me of those trailers like the lightning and stuff. Um, yeah, and to be honest, I like the design of the characters, like Tommy, like Claude. Um, anyway, I was talking about those weird memes on Twitter. So there was this guy that posted a meme on Twitter. Uh, there was like the stickman thing that said I'll never be gay, right? And then on the next panel it showed like the Tommy Vercetti definitive edition model. And the stickman guy just spit this cereal. It's like the funniest shit I ever heard. And then I think the another guy it was like just said like no homo. What the fuck? What is this? What? Never saw this. Never ever saw. What the fuck? What? Oh my god! This is like a secret location. You see? Because it goes like in a special camera mode every time like go. Like in the garage things. Anyway, um the lightning remind me of that. Oh, also there was like this meme with actually made by me. So basically there was like the Jonasy guy from Fortnite, and then there was a picture of Claude, like the definitive edition, and the caption I put was something like this, like this this Fortnite update looks sick, and it was like three fire emojis, and now I think it has like 100 and something like hearts on Twitter. But you see, I think they also added like new things for immersion, like volumetric, like clouds and like smoke. Because if I'm not wrong, when you in the oh no, oh shit, I lived. Um, in the trailer, like in the trailer, in that part where you see like Claude driving the manana and during the night in a storm, like not actually a storm because you can see like lightning, but when he drove that, you could see like in the background some smoke that came out of like the canals or something like that from what people on Twitter, I think test funds too, like pointed out on Twitter that there's most probably volumetric clouds and like volumetric clouds and smoke because the volumetric smoke was featured in that GTA 3 snippet of like gameplay, and the volumetric clouds I think they were from like a screenshot or like a scene from the trailer where they showed like the sky, a little bit of the sky. I think it was like the exactly first scene. But when I saw like the first scene with CJ, that Peyote mission, I didn't knew what to say in that first part because it didn't look that great in that part. But after you saw like the other parts, it looked better. Like most probably GTA 3 will look the best since it's like its 20th anniversary. Like they bundled the trilogy, so it will be like fucking So, so because like GTA 3 is least the least played and least liked game in the series. Like, yeah, it's a legend for like being the first like GTA game on 3D. Like the original name for GTA 3 was GTA 3D. Um, but I think they like updated like I want to say remake, but it's kinda is a remake because basically the games, but remade with like remade characters, um, remade cars, but the cars, I would say that the cars look good, but they aren't like same level of detail as those mods, if you know what I mean. Like, you know that mod which like recreated GTA 3 cars in like very high quality, and with the GTA 3 cars there were some Vice City cars too. Like I think it had the Manana too. It had like the Hermes, but the Hermes was already in GTA 1, so it was the same version as because it was like the same version as Vice City. I think they like if you see like those like those mod packs, which they say like that they remastered the game. Well, they most of them don't have like high quality versions of like the original vehicles because it basically I'll just jump here because I don't want to like go back to the main city again. Anyway, um, and also like in my opinion, GTA 3 and GTA 3, like not just GTA 3, right? But every GTA that I played, um, like no, just the trilogy, I say, the controls are they kind of suck. I'm gonna be honest with you, they suck ass. Wanna know why? Because this came back in the 2000s. Um, in 2000s, the thing that sucked the most. Get the fuck back here, boy. Come back here. Here, get the fuck out of here. A single thing, another thing that I think that they should like remake or we can say reanimate is like the animations because there are some animations that look fine, you know, like the animation where you like drive the car, like not the car but the bike, like the cars are like the animations are great too for like cars and bikes, but when you want to like get inside the vehicle or you steal a vehicle, then the animations don't look that good. Like when you see the pre-release footage where you can see like the wiring in the animations there look good, but on the in the final version, where when it's not like the wireframe, that's how they call the thing wireframe. Um, the part where they like show the wireframe, that one looks good, but the moment you get to like the final game with the final animation, which is like exactly the same. I like that how guided. Um, the way you like, I'll just respray this car. Um, the way they look in the final game don't look that good like they looked in the wireframe version, even if they're like same thing. You know what I'm saying? Now I like how there were multiple enterable interiors like in GTA 3, like had like the ammunition, um, you had like those toilets in the downtown of the city. Um, you had you had like the army base, but that one wasn't that like special because the army base is basically an outdoor like place, so it wouldn't count as interior, and they will bring them back because I saw in an article, like not an article, actually the newswire. I saw in the newswire that they did a thing where I'll try to like jump this. What the fuck? Man, what the hell? It's very weird. Now the parkour mechanics, this one's need to like be improved. Like I can't. I just can't like do this with like normal. Now to get inside there, I'll get this truck. The truck. I'll get Lion Runner. Now, besides that, they remastered everything. Things like the rims were like, from what I saw, um, they will shine a lot. Like for example, rims on classical vehicles, they will like shine. And when I say shine, I say that they will shine a lot from what I saw. You know, I should get like another. Should get another vehicle. Oh man. Get your ass over here.
What are you, ignorant? That is my cab.
That is your cab, but I'ma take it. I'ma take it. I'ma take it. I'ma take it. Why? And you may ask why you take it. Because I can. Now, I wouldn't say that GTA 3 is... Let me! Leave me alone! It's mine now, fool. Mine. I'm out of here. Oh my god. Why did I do that? I'm a dumbass. Now here is where Joe. Oh yeah. is like where Joey lives actually. Because if I'm not wrong, sorry for the mate, bud. I gotta get out of here. Now there are mechanics in like GTA, like what the? I'm out of here. Terrorism, fucking piece of shit. Terrorism. Um. Uh. Uh. I forgot what I had to say. Fuck me. Um. Oh shit! I got police shit. Now, I like how when you have like the police sirens, you know. I like how it handles the police cars in GTA because, like, no, the police sirens, the police cars, alright, because you can like use them, and I actually like how they kept the old activities for like the older games because you wouldn't have like the game without like their activities, you know. And I hope that if they like do things where they'll put like special like things for Claude, like basically um like Claude and Tommy like swimming and parkouring, like if they can, because in San Andreas you could swim, right? You could swim. They could do something like San Andreas where if you try to like swim to a locked island, the police will be after you. They can do something like that instead of like make them drown. Instead of like making them drown, to like keep, I put some new features in the same way to like make let them respect the mm, locked maps features. Anyway, the if you guys want to ask something, you can ask in the comments section after I post this live. So see you guys.